It's noon here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and New York City, and this is CarEdge Live for Wednesday, December 11th, with your hosts, me, Ray, and, well, the kid with the funny hair, Zach. How are you today, Mr. Wiggy?
I'm doing A-OK. Pop's glad to be with you here on this Wednesday. Today's show is brought to you by CarEdge.com. Our end-of-year sale just went live. If you're interested in partnering with us here at CarEdge, we have all sorts of free resources, and we also have CarEdge Insights, which is 25% off, and our warranty product is also $250 off. Note to the team, we got to add the little red dot up here, but stay tuned, folks. All of that and so much more is available back on CarEdge.com. Dad, the big story this morning.
Yes.
Amazon expands car shopping platform to 48 cities across the United States. What is going on over at Amazon, man? They're selling cars, baby.
Well, no, there is an attempt to sell cars, baby. They haven't really, they've spent the last year working on this, because last year this was supposed to happen. And what happened for the past year is they set it up so that Amazon employees could buy a car through Amazon and through their Hyundai dealer network. So basically, they're setting up dealerships in 48 cities. You can find the vehicle you're looking for online at Amazon. Sounds a hell of a lot like CarEdge. And then you can proceed to purchase said vehicle online. I'm not sure if you need to be a Prime member or not. And you have to go into the dealership to finish up the paperwork. I don't know, sounds a hell of a lot like us. The one thing they have a bigger network, but they don't have us.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know if I'd say they have a bigger network. They have Hyundai, which is 800 or so dealerships, and they're in 48 cities. So their network is 48 dealers. But regardless of size, because we all know size isn't everything, it's how effective you are with what you're working with. You've got that on Amazon Auto's website, a really interesting experience. And what I mean by that is it's pretty much just like going on every other car buying website. It doesn't change at all. Like, I'm going to click on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this car is not available, but let's see here. Let's get one that is available.
Yeah, that would be good. Let's find
one.
Nope,
this car is also not available. Wait a second. Let's try this one.
That's the best kind of sales.
This one's also not available. Come on, man. This one.
Yeah, it works also really well.
Available. Okay, so something must be going on here, folks. But what I noticed yesterday when I was playing around with this is that all of the vehicles have pricing, but it's only if you finance through the dealership. And I was like, what? Why is the price different if I finance versus paying cash? So I've already got some questions about what they're doing here. It seems very similar to what everyone else is already doing. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised they're getting as much press as they are, because what's the point? It's just buying a car.
Well, they're getting as much press as they are because, well, they're Amazon and they're one of the world's largest digital retailers. Okay.
I mean, take digital retailer. They're just one of the world's largest companies, Dad.
Yes. Okay. And they've partnered with a major automotive brand. Okay. So yeah, of course you're going to get some PR. You're going to get some press for doing that. Imagine if we had done it with Hyundai. Imagine the press we would have. Wait, we wouldn't get any press. But
here you go. I managed to get it to pull up, Dad. You can see here, price when financing, $24,089.
Well, what if you don't want to finance it?
Exactly, man.
Yeah, so you can only. What's the price if you want to pay cash? Is there a way to switch between? Well, who cares? I don't want to push their sales network.
But it is interesting, Dad. Like, they're perpetuating some of the same things that we kind of hate about the auto industry. Hey, the price is different whether you finance or pay cash. No, it's not. The price is the price.
Well, it should be. That's always been my theory of things when it comes to automotive. It shouldn't matter how you want to pay for it. It's what are you selling it for, and then it's up to me to decide how I want to pay you for it. when I go into the dollar store,
Justice says it's the same price if you pay cash. It's under the FAQs. I'm looking, Justice. I haven't found it yet. But if that is the case, it's a really strange user experience to then say finance price. You go into the dollar store, Pops.
yeah, I mean, if you go into the dollar store, they're praying I pay with cash as opposed to using my debit card. Okay, so it just seems to me that whatever price you want to sell it for is the price you want to sell it for. How your customer decides to pay for it is, in my opinion, irrelevant. Okay. The only thing that's relevant is the fact that you're getting paid, regardless of how that occurs.
This is something actually that the FTC with their CARS rules is trying to outlaw, which would be price discrimination based on how you intend to purchase the vehicle. But anyway, it's unclear whether that's what Amazon is doing here. The dealers, I should say, that are on Amazon are doing, because again, Justice says somewhere on the page, it mentions that the cash price is the same as the finance price. Is this a big situation, a big can of nothing, Dad? Again, like, has anything actually changed? Like, Amazon shocked the auto industry in the sense that, yeah, they're trying to sell cars on Amazon, just like you buy, I bought this microphone on Amazon.
Yes.
But is this a
Yes.
real big nothing burger? Like, there's actually nothing here.
Well, it's literally, it is very similar to what we were doing, where we partnered with dealerships and we brokered the price and we made it real easy for you to buy a car. It's the same damn thing. So what it does, and here's the beauty of this for Amazon. The Hyundai dealers have to pay Amazon for the privilege of listing their inventory on Amazon's site. Now, we didn't think of that when we did it.
I don't really want to make it a comparison between what we've done in the past and what Amazon's currently doing, if that's okay, Pops.
That's fine. But my point is that the dealer is being charged to advertise their vehicles on Amazon's website. Okay. I don't know if there's any arrangements that Amazon gets a piece of the profit when the vehicle's sold. I'm not sure how any of that aspect of it works, but it's no different than going on any other car website where they say, "Hey, buy it now," and you start going through the process.
Let's do a quick analysis and see if this price is a fair price that they're advertising here. This is a 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. For those of you that are not familiar with our channel, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to CarEdge.com. I'm going to go under research and I'm going to go to see what others paid. And again, the vehicle we were looking at was an Elantra. So I'm going to come over here to Hyundai and I've got Elantra. And let me see here.
And it was an SEL.
Elantra. We don't have any 2025 Hyundai Elantra deals. Let's see. Do we have any 2024? We have two that we've done on 2024. So this is where we need the community to help step up. We put all of our CarEdge concierge deals onto caredge.com/verified-deals, but we need even more because unfortunately we don't have a 2025 to compare it to. Let's come back over to Amazon, Dad, and let's see if we can find another one. Come here real quick. Wait for it. All right, let's do a more popular vehicle, maybe the Palisade.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here. 2025 Palisade SEL. So this price is $42,079.
Okay.
And now I'm going to come back to CarEdge, and we're doing Palisade SEL. So it looks like here, just a couple days ago, or about a month and a half ago, excuse me, we did an SEL, and we got a $1,951 dealer discount. So let's come over to the Amazon vehicle. Let's view the pricing and rebate details. So the MSRP is 41 this, plus there's options added on, plus the destination fee, and the dealer's discounting $1,776. So you've got $43,885, selling price of $42,000. Then you've got the dealer fees. So it's not a great deal. It's not a terrible deal, but it's not a great deal.
Oh my God, the processing fee. 800. Did they raise that recently is that dealer in Maryland or Virginia?
I think this is a Virginia dealership. Give me 1 second.
God, an $800 dock fee.
Let's see if we can figure out which dealer this is. I have no clue what dealer this is. Oh, Pohanka. So that's
Okay,
Virginia.
that's Virginia.
Yep.
$800 dock fee.
I
Oh
guess my
my.
point in pulling this up, Dad, is there's still work to be done if you're a customer. And something tells me if you show up to the dealership with your Amazon deal, you could still do more work at the dealership. I'm pretty sure, right?
Well, perhaps, although I am my supposition is that the staff is trying to say, hey, the price on Amazon's the price you pay. Okay. And meanwhile, the paperwork's been done. Some of the money's already been transferred. So this is not, hey, now you get to come in and negotiate more. So we'll see what happens. But the real kick to me is that Pohanka is paying to
Yeah.
advertise those vehicles on Amazon's website,
Who
as
wins
opposed
in
to
that situation?
Amazon just showing it for their customers.
Who wins in that situation? Amazon does. The
Oh,
customer doesn't win because there's
absolutely.
more, yeah, there's more fees involved in it. The
Yeah,
dealer doesn't win because they have to pay more money out. Like Amazon's the winner here.
yeah. No, absolutely they are.
Dad, I want to come here to the chat. We've got a big winner in What the Scribble. I want to
Yeah.
extend a big thank you to CarEdge and their amazing concierge service. Alfredo Perez went above and beyond to help my sister purchase a 2025 Subaru Forester, saving her $3,600. That's incredible. And
Yes.
if you don't mind, I am going to take a second, Dad, to congratulate our team. They have been pushing so hard over the past couple of weeks, all these end of year car deals. And I just want to share with you the CarEdge.com reviews section is
Yeah.
just nuts right now. So I pulled up our Google reviews
Yes.
18 hours ago. Thanks to Jameer, we finally found my wife's dream car. We've got a great photo here. I'll share that up on the screen. So
Oh,
thanks
look at
for
that.
sharing
Yeah.
that. That's from Raphael. You've got here from Perry 19 hours ago. My first experience using CarEdge. No way I could have found and negotiated a car 600 miles from home. Beautiful looking vehicle there. From
Yeah.
Richard, Dad, I didn't even get to share this story with you. After being diagnosed with brain cancer and facing surgery and treatment soon, I needed a safe, reliable car quickly to minimize disruption. I reached out to Zach at CarEdge and his team, especially Ryan and Naz at Lexus Santa Monica, made it happen. They found the perfect car, handled everything seamlessly, and made a stressful time so much easier. I'm beyond grateful to everyone who has helped us during this challenging moment. Thank you all. For as much as thank you all so much, as our family is tremendously grateful to everyone. Like, we are getting
Wow.
reviews dozens a day right now, and it's similar to what we heard here from What the Scribble. So I just needed to take a second to give a shout out to the team, and especially to Ryan for what he was able to do here for Rich. That was really, really
And
touching. But yeah,
the truth of the matter is that it is so time consuming, and it's a lot of work involved in trying to
Amazon ain't doing it, baby.
no, it is to source the vehicle that the customer wants, to negotiate an acceptable price discount, in many cases to help facilitate getting that vehicle from point A to point B. It is it is it's a long and winding road, damn it, and it requires so much time, effort, and energy.
Yeah.
That oftentimes I know there are people who praise us, and then there are people who are disappointed with our service. Um, it's 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 remarkable to me that we are able to help and please as many people as we are, considering what it is that we're trying to do for people
Nuts,
in
man.
in a broken industry. Um, so as I like to say, we're trying to improve retail automotive one deal at a time, and for the most part, we're making that happen. So yeah, kudos to you,
Absolutely.
kudos to the team. The Rayshevska stamp of approval, damn it. The team has really earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. So sorry again. Amazon was the big shocking news of the day, but that comment we got in the chat made me really want to put the team on a pedestal for a moment because it's really, really, really impressive what
Yes.
we've been able to accomplish. What they've been able to accomplish. Okay, Dad, let's switch gears.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit here about what's going on over at General Motors. This could have been today's really, you've got to be kidding me, but we'll just talk about it as a segment altogether. You and I have talked ad nauseum. Automakers who have pushed an EV agenda to
Yes.
only realize that, okay, maybe we were going too far in that direction too fast. Automakers have also pushed an autonomous vehicle agenda. And look
Yes.
what General Motors is doing today. Cruise dropping robo-taxi effort as General Motors shifts focus to driver assist tech. Is this
Ye-
another example of the industry trying to move too fast in a really like challenging direction and ultimately realizing that it's not the future so soon?
I think it's a another shining example of so many manufacturers that have kind of gotten um, a little too far over their skis.
Yeah.
They what they anticipated happening and at the speed they anticipated it happening is nowhere near the reality of the situation. Are we as a society ready for driverless robo type taxis? I'm not quite sure. Um, are we ready for tomorrow? Should we have been like companies like GM dropping, God knows, maybe $1 billion into something like this when they might have been better off trying to figure out, I don't know, what their customers want to buy and build what it is that their customers want? I get that they need to look to the future and be prepared for it. Sometimes their crystal ball is much like our crystal ball, and that is it's partly cloudy at best. Um, and when you look at when you see something like this, it seems to indicate to me that there's going to be one winner in all of this, and it's going to be Tesla, and it's going to be their robo taxis, and we'll see what happens. But I know it, I don't know how how old I would have to be to call Lyft and then put my ass in a vehicle that doesn't have somebody driving it to get me to where I got to go.
I do think it's interesting, Dad. Maybe there's a ramification here, which is car prices could come down as these corporations stop spending billions of dollars on things that customers aren't asking for. Like that's a kind of wishful and optimistic take on this. Is that General Motors has plowed billions of dollars into electric vehicles that people haven't asked for. General Motors has plowed billions of dollars into autonomous driving cruise robo taxis that people haven't asked for. All the while, we've seen an incredible divide in terms of who can afford vehicles and who cannot. Maybe if you don't plow billions of dollars into products that people don't want, maybe now you can not raise the prices of your other products quite so much and sell more of them. And you know what? I got to give GM some credit. They've demonstrated that with vehicles like the Trax and the Trailblazer. So they
Yes.
do have vehicles in the market that sell well and are frequently out of stock because they're at an affordable price point. But maybe they could do more of that.
Uh, and, and you have to give them credit for looking at this situation and saying, you know what, now's not the time. It's just as much as we would like for this to be the time, it's not the time. Let's cut our losses. Let's, let's take whatever money we can now save from not doing this further and put it into um, manufacturing more lower priced vehicles so we can expand our customer base or wherever else they want to put the money. But yeah, I think, let's face it, CEOs make bets, and sometimes they bet right and sometimes they bet wrong. And if they bet wrong, they don't like to admit that they bet wrong. So they hold on to that bet typically much longer than they should before they finally admit defeat. I can tell you, brief Ray Shefska's story. When I opened my Golf USA franchise, our Golf USA franchise in Mesa, Arizona, and business wasn't quite as robust as I thought it was going to be. And I was running out of cash. So I took money out of my 401k and dumped it into the business. And all the while I was doing that, I knew in the back of my head, this isn't working. This isn't going to work. And rather than admit that I had made a mistake, I bankrupted myself and our family by plowing in more money than I should have to try and prove myself right when I should have just been willing earlier on to accept the notion that I bet wrong. And what am I talking about? $500,000? I'm not talking about billions of dollars, but people make bets and they're going to do whatever they can to make sure that bet succeeds even when they know it can't. And if a small business person like me could finally realize that, imagine what it takes for someone at GM to say, okay, it was a mistake, but rather than compound the mistake,
Yeah.
we're going to pull back.
Yeah, it's great perspective. A corporation that has made a lot of mistakes recently would be Nissan. They're on the front page of Automotive News just again. Nissan executive shuffle brings U.S. perspective to Japan headquarters as critics say more is needed. What Nissan ended up doing here, Dad, is they brought Jeremy Papin, the company's new global CFO, as embattled CEO. Makoto Uchida races to rekindle profits. So they brought someone from the United States over to the Japan headquarters to represent their CFO position, and in a way to say the same thing I think you were just describing, which is we've made mistakes. We need some fresh perspective. We don't want to double down on things getting even worse. And Nissan's obviously been struggling for a while now.
Yes, they are struggling and they are trying to make changes. And will the changes save the company? I don't know. I must make you aware of the fact that you froze and then your sound was cutting in and out. So maybe WeWork has a slow Wi-Fi today. I don't know. Could be. Yeah, and Infiniti. That is probably one of the longest, most difficult roads any CEO is going to have to travel in an effort to make the company survive. They are as close to the precipice of the end as any of the major manufacturers out there at the moment. And so this is going to be a tough road to hoe for, and they can shuffle as many people around as they like. Hopefully they hit on the right people. But it would seem to me, and just, from having been a car guy as long as I have, it's product that dictates everything.
Yeah.
It is as if they are a major league baseball player whose skills have diminished over time, and they are now a utility man who no longer hits for power, hits singles. What they need is a hit. They need a big hit, okay? And they haven't had one,
folks.
They haven't had a hit. They haven't had a big hit. They need a home run. And I can't remember the last time they developed a product where.
Come on, man. They have a home run. They're sitting on a home run right now. They're sitting on a home run.
Really? Which one is it?
Come on. You're going to make me pull it up. Going to go to the car search.
Yeah.
It's not a Nissan though. So I think you have a good point. It's the Infiniti QX80, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the brand new QX80
for
at $105,000, $115,000. Excuse me for the autograph.
Yeah.
Or would you prefer the sensory trim at $106,000?
I would prefer no trim. And that's my thing. Every brand needs to hit a home run every now and then, and they've been in a slump. They haven't created or come out with a product for years that excites the public, where there's a run on the market for that vehicle because it's so exciting. It just hasn't happened, and that's what they need. And that's what I'm saying, that they're like a utility infielder now. That it's all defense and no bat.
It certainly seems that way. Again, the Infiniti QX80 autograph has an MSRP of $116,000, an invoice price of $110,000, and a CarEdge target dealer discount of
I I
$8,138.
I have a question.
Yep.
Whose autograph does it come with?
Certainly needs one to try and
Yeah,
justify that price point. I mean, what the heck, man? Like, you
yeah,
can't even get a Lexus that's this expensive, but Infiniti, you can get an Infiniti, you can get a Jeep Grand Cherokee, or excuse me, a Jeep Grand Wagoneer.
yeah,
Nuts
yeah.
how expensive these vehicles have become.
It is, and that is one of the reasons why they're struggling. It is they need that home run. They need a Miata. They need a PT Cruiser. They need something that excites the buying public, and they haven't built anything exciting in years and years and years.
Something exciting we've built back at caredge.com/research would be the best year-end car deals. If you're in the market to buy a new car between now and the end of the year, we have consolidated all the best deals in one place. Just go to caredge.com/best-deals or caredge.com/research, or use the top navigation here on the website and click on best year-end car deals. We are updating that as new programs come out. And for
Yes,
those of you in the market for a used car, beginning of next year, that's when we're thinking used car. It's the spring selling season is what we're going to come into. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing our best to help coach you through purchasing a used vehicle. Dad, let's come here to the chat we had from Dreadnought earlier
thank
in
you,
the show. Thank
Dreadnought.
you, Dreadnought. How do you return an Amazon car? Whole Foods. That seems logical. Or Kohl's. You could take it to Kohl's, couldn't you?
Well, I don't know, but I'm just thinking the return label for UPS is going to be huge to fit on the car. It's we'll see what happens. Listen, I'll give them credit for at least trying to do something to shake up the market. If it does, I don't know. If ultimately this brings dealerships to the conclusion that they just need to have the price is the price, then I'm all for it. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. From Doug. Thank you, Doug. We appreciate it. Thank you to the CarEdge and CarWiser teams. Got an extra $600 on my CarMax offer by going through the CarEdge sell feature. That's awesome, Doug.
Yes.
You're in the market to sell a vehicle, or if you're going to trade in a vehicle, you have to go to caredge.com/sell or click on sell a car up here. We can get you competitive offers from many different dealers to see. And actually, who cares if you sell it to them? Just get leverage. Get
Yes.
leverage before you do anything. So get multiple offers before you do anything. From Cloapo. Cloapo. We appreciate you, Cloapo.
Yes, we do. We always have. We always will. Yes.
That is fantastic. And then, Dad, earlier in the show, we had Gary. Thanks for being here,
Yes.
Gary. Are you having another Saturday night fundraiser for Massachusetts General Hospital this year?
I was going to ask you about that offline, but since Gary brought it up, I mean, last year we raised, I think, it was a little over $11,000.
Wow.
And I know I did a match for what the first 2,000 or up to $2,500. And then I think you did a match. And I would say that if we do that this year, that um, I would match up to $5,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money, dude.
It is, but it goes to a good goal, and it helps. It helps remind me of how important your mother was in my life.
Why don't we just have the company match it? That way you don't have to pay $5,000.
Well, how about the company matches it, and I still match it $5,000?
So much money.
I don't care. I'm 73 years old. I'm not leaving my money to you kids. It's just
So my dad don't want that to be on the internet in perpetuity, because hopefully he does leave his money to me. No, I'm just kidding.
what's the worst that can happen? That I donate $5,000, and this is the year that they actually, because of that donation, they actually find a cure for lung cancer. Okay,
I don't think there's a cure
I'm
for
down
cancer,
with that.
Dad. I don't think
But
there's ever going to be a cure. I mean,
well, whatever.
yeah, maybe.
So yes, it's a lot of money. Okay. I don't know. I don't have any weddings to pay for. There's no family vacation next year. Your sister's pregnant, so we're not going anywhere. Um, So it can go to Massachusetts General Hospital, their cancer research.
You could buy $5,000 of Bitcoin, Dad.
I don't even know what the hell Bitcoin is. Okay. So no, I'm not buying $5,000 worth of Bitcoin.
$10,000?
I'm not buying any Bitcoin.
Did you see there's Fart Coin?
Who?
Fart Coin.
FART coin? No. I don't even want to know. Okay.
All right, folks, we will spend some time and we'll figure out a fundraiser. We'll do a Mass General fundraiser. For those of you that are unfamiliar, that's where my mom got at the end of her life, her final treatments. That's where she was in hospice, all that fun. Oh my God, all that fun stuff. It was not fun at all. All that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mass General has a near and dear place to
In
our
our
hearts.
hearts.
So yeah, we'll figure out something that we can do a fundraiser before the end of the year. I like that.
Yes, we did one last year at the end of the year, and I was going to talk to you about doing another one this year. And if we have to do it on a Saturday night, yeah, we'll do it on a Saturday night. But yeah, we need to set it up, we need to make it happen, and we need to raise a lot more money this year than we did last year.
Cool. I'm in. We'll make it happen. Folks, if we can assist you in any way, shape, or form, it's busy season here for our company, for our business. 5 years we've been building CarEdge.com. If you know anyone, or if you're in the market to purchase a vehicle or sell a vehicle or research a vehicle or protect a vehicle or insure a vehicle or refinance an auto loan, yada, 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 please, as I always ask, go to the website, check it out. And a bigger ask, if y'all use these AI tools like ChatGPT and other things, I don't know, guys. I'm at a loss. I ask every other day. I ask ChatGPT that. I say, what is the best website to get help buying a car? And like 1 out of every 5 times, it says CarEdge in the mix. I'm an army of one. Telling ChatGPT every day, I'm like, no, you should always include CarEdge because it's the best. And ask to the community if you use any of those AI tools. Tell it about CarEdge. Maybe this is a freaking weird request, but it's a request nonetheless. I'm trying to figure out how we can convince our AI overlords that CarEdge is the place to go. So, and ask to the community for all those different things out there. Tell them about CarEdge, pretty please. Your friends and your AI counterparts. Tell them about CarEdge.
I've got an even tell your enemies, damn it. We don't care. Just tell everyone.
All right, folks, I'll be back at the DC office tomorrow. Pops, you'll be at your normal spot. Your audio and your video look great. I will have good audio and good video tomorrow. Very excited for that.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern.
Absolutely. Thank you for being available today, even though you're in New York. And safe travels. When are you coming home? Tonight?
4 p.m. train this afternoon, and I am flipping tired, man. And I have so much laundry to do. I can't wait to get home and go to bed. But yeah.
Well, maybe you could use your laundry as a pillow.
It's kind of sweaty and gross. Anyway, all right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody.